Yo boys and girls, it's your boy Trialist here, back with another video. Hope you're all enjoying the content coming out recently in these last few days down below. Make sure, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share with your friends, share with your family, share with your dog, that this is the channel you should be watching in and out every week for the best Southend content coming out, apart from obviously the Southend website, but yeah, they're not doing too much recently, especially Ron Martin. But no, boys and girls, if you're joining back for a recent video you've watched and you're coming to watch this one, welcome, thank you for subscribing, thank you for sticking around, and most importantly, make sure to stick around for future videos. In today's video, boys and girls, we're going straight back to the transfer chat. What's going on this week with Southend? What's going on just around the whole club, around the backroom staff, the players, the team, everything going on with that transfer chat. If you haven't watched a transfer chat already, I recommend you do. There is an album or a playlist, sorry, I should say, over on the channel. I'll link it somewhere here, or if not, just go on the channel and go on the playlist. Transfer chat is where we talk about Southend, the ins, who's coming into the club, who's leaving the club, any rumours that are going on around, just so anyone who might have missed a bit of action around Southend is going to come on here, have a little look and be like, oh, I've learnt that today. So, I hope we've broken that in nice and easy. I hope you all understand it. It's nice and simple. In we go to transfer chat number 3, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit a like down below. So just before I jump into this transfer chat number 3, I've got to say, this setup looks a little bit different, you might have noticed, and that is just because currently me and the missus are in the current stage of moving houses, so I've currently had to turn my camera around as this side of the camera is a little bit messy in background. So let me know if you prefer this sort of background thing. We are in the process of moving house, and this video might actually come up whilst we're moving, and there might be 2 more to follow. I think I've got to record them in the next couple of days, so make sure to definitely stick around on the channel for that, boys and girls. But into the first out, we're going to say. So like I said, there's going to be, it goes in order. We do 1 in for the club, 1 out for the club. But this time we're switching up. We're going with the out first. And what is probably the biggest rumour and the biggest thing going around the club at the minute is Stephen Humphreys on the way out. Now, reason behind that being, on Twitter, I'll post it somewhere up here, saying that he is apparently handed in a transfer request to leave Southend this summer, or this term, I should say. To be honest, can I blame him? No, not at all. With all that's gone on in recent months, I don't need to go into detail, I just need to say missed payments, like lack of action, and just himself, really. I feel it might be his time, yeah, to go, just leave, if anything. Obviously, I don't want him to. I think he's going to be a big player for us if he does stay. He's one of the more, I'd say, experienced strikers in this club. As many of you will know, we're just a youth-filled club at the minute. We don't have much experience in the team, but to lose him would be a big, big blow. He originally is from up north, around the Oldham area, I believe it was, and we have recently turned down, I believe it was an offer from Rochdale. You might have to double-check that one, though. It might have been Bristol Rovers, but apparently it wasn't them. So my second guess is the Rochdale, that they put in a bid for him. And I got to say, he was there before. He had a loan season with them. He managed to keep them up in League One in that season. And can I blame him for handing in a transfer request when his old team has come calling for him? Not at all. You know, if he's based up north, obviously he's come down from League One with Southend, and obviously he wants to be playing at a high level. He feels he can be doing that, and personally I can see him doing that. He scored in League One with fun before he had that nasty injury where he got his nose bashed in by the Accrington Stanley keeper. You know, I thought he was League One quality all the way. He came from Fulham, he signed with us. I believe though, if he is to leave us, there is a 30% sell-on clause that Fulham have put in there. So if we were to sell him for 200k, Fulham would get some of that. As for pricing wise for him, I believe he only has a year left on his contract. I know a lot of people are saying, let's put him for 600k, let's get nearly $1 million for him. You know, that would be dreamland money. I don't see us getting anywhere near that figure for him. Yes, he's a good all-round player. Yes, he's your big lump of a striker that will hopefully get in players' faces, but can I see him going for that? Not at all. With a year on his contract, I can see only a max of 300k, but I can see us settling for 275 for him, and obviously 30% of that goes to Fulham, and then whatever we have left, just pay off the embargo, get rid of it, and hopefully get some players in. Is it worth losing 1 player to maybe sign potentially 3 more? Yes, the 1 player might be a great one for us, but is it like a big loss? Yeah, but would it be worth it in the long run? Most likely. So if he was to leave, obviously, I'd feel a bit like, oh, we've just lost one of our good strikers here almost. Yes, we do have the likes of Goodship, Kelman, Rush, Aqua, and whoever else we've got out here, and Charlie Kelman if I didn't mention him. But no, Is it worth it? I'm pretty sure it is. So Humphreys, I can see him maybe going before even the start of like the official league games, but he'll be here for the cup game, I reckon, against Gillingham, which is tomorrow, which unfortunately I won't be able to tune in for that, but make sure you stick around for this channel next Saturday. I'm going to be doing a live reaction to the game against Harrogate, newly promoted side, so let's stick around for that one. Into an inn, a rumoured inn around here for the first time in quite a while, actually, an actual decent one. It is Sean Hobson. Now, I don't know too much about the bloke or like much about him himself. I've got it written all down on this, but apparently he was with Mark Moseley last year. He's a former Weymouth player. He's a really big, large centre back who's actually quite skillful on the ball. There was I think it was a clip I saw on Twitter. I'll try and include it here if it's still up there. If it's not, I apologise. But it was saying he's very good with the ball at his feet. For a defender, he can skip past many players. He's not afraid to go in for the ball. Like I said, he was with Mark Moseley last year with Weymouth. He was also a Bournemouth under-23 player. I believe he still is. But what we need right now is, like what was just said, a quality, tall, big centre-back who can get in faces, who doesn't mind taking the card. We need one of them in midfield as well, but we might as well get at least someone like that, just a big guy to stand in the way of players, get up for the ball, be that almost counter-attack that we need. If there was a corner to come in against us, just head it straight out and people go straight down the field. We need something like that, especially from the set pieces. I feel last season, early on in the season, and even towards the end, we struggled with set pieces so badly. Like, we needed to change something awfully bad. And yeah, this might be something we need. I know we got the likes of Harry Lennon there, Dieng if we have to play him there, and they're quite big, large, tall centre-backs. But if Dieng's not naturally a centre-back, I don't feel he's more a midfielder. But yeah, Lennon, the fans are going to be on his back if he makes a mistake, I feel. So I think it's good just to have some backup ready in Sean Hobson. And if Humphreys, like I said, does go and brings in a fair bit of cash, that could be a brilliant signing for us if we lift the embargo. We're going to go straight into the second in here. But before I do, I'm going to ask a question. Just because this is for all you fans, leave your comments down below or whatever you're watching this on. Can we loan players in but not buy them, is my question today. So obviously we have just loaned Jordan Green in from, I've forgotten where it was, Bristol City, I believe. I'll have to check that and put it somewhere here. But no, we've just loaned him in and he's eligible to play against Gillingham in the Cup. So this makes me feel, under the embargo it says we cannot sign any players. Does that affect loans though, is what I'm thinking. Can we loan in a couple players until maybe only January, maybe in a 3-month loan or a whole term loan, like a year loan? Do you reckon we can do it? I reckon Mark Moseley might be doing something smart here. Obviously loaning in Green. Green obviously is being eligible for games. So yeah, it just seemed a bit odd almost that we might be able to play loan players. So let me know down below. I might be completely on the wrong spanner here, but let me know down below. Do you think we can actually play loan players or not? Leave it down below. And as I was saying, into the second in. This one's not so much someone who's linked with us, but he has played a game. He's been on trial with us. We're looking at him. And it is Harrison Myring, I think it is. Myring. He's a former Doncaster player. He's only aged 19. I don't know too much about that. I tried looking him up on the Wikipedia, on Google, trying to find some information. There wasn't too much. All I could find was he was a former Doncaster Rovers midfielder. He was released earlier this season, and he was a trialist against the Concord Rangers, who we recently played and lost. I think it was 3-0. We lost to Concord, which was kind of shocking. But Concord are on their way to Wembley, so I'm sure we're not standing in their way at all of doing any damage to their opposition at Wembley. But I don't know too much about the lad. He's a young lad. He could be maybe even signed as an under-23. Like I said, with the embargo, does it affect the under-23s? Does it affect the Ricky Duncan work that he does for the youth? I do not know off the top of my head, but I'd love to see some more depth in there because the squad numbers were recently released today, and I've got to say it is a bit bare. I might be doing a video on that. Maybe. It depends how time works with the move and if I can get round to it, but there's definitely more videos to come. But I'll try and release them here, if not, and just leave something up here quoting it. But it's definitely something a bit different, I've got to say. A 19-year-old, I know we've put our luck in a lot of youth players recently, but is it worth it just to say, maybe, yeah, he's come from Doncaster, he might have some good attributes about him coming from a really well-known League One and even Championship level club, but is it worth it, or should we invest in maybe someone like who has that League One experience, who might be a bit older? I get the younger players are cheap, but maybe we should just hold back and be like, right, why don't we sit down, look at this as a team, like from Ron Martin's perspective, just sit down, have a look at it. Do we really want to sign a 19-year-old? He might be great for all I know. We might get him and he might prove me wrong and just be like, you know, I'm a star player and just go out there and score goals and get assists for fun. But I reckon, is it the right move? No. But we should definitely look elsewhere maybe. But if we need to sign him on, we need all the players we can get. And into what will be the final player of this episode. Unfortunately, it is a short episode as I am trying to do all the moving and just getting videos out for you guys as quick as you can. As I'm trying to keep everyone happy. It's hard to balance YouTube, work, family life, moving house. It's all just a big collide at the minute. But into the last one, and it is Jack Bridge on the outside of things. He was recently on trial with us for a couple of games. And I thought, you know what? I was mixed opinions about him. I'd be like, is he worth it? Maybe, but he'd be a useful asset to us, like as squad depth and all that, as a sub or even starting, coming on as an impact player. But Mark Mosley has decided not to offer him a contract with the club, and it's not surprising at all. I read on Twitter as well that he's linked now with Stevenage, that Stevenage are inquiring about him. That's going to be another one of our players they're taking. I believe they've taken Ben Coker, Luke Prosser, and now Jack Bridge. They're building the ex-Southend team that took us up. But it's definitely not surprising that Jack Bridge hasn't joined. Mosley didn't obviously see anything in him, and that whatchamacallit on Twitter, as I was saying, I recently read that a Carlisle fan put he is not very good at all, he's not that useful for your team, and can't say I agree with him or disagree with him. I haven't seen him play in a long time, so he might have changed, but all I know is he's not been offered a deal with the club, and that maybe this Harrison Myring guy or Sean Hobson might be the new people to come in to lift us up and maybe just, do something that he maybe couldn't, or I don't know. It's all just a bit messed up at the club at the minute. And that pretty much is going to end the video, boys and girls. I know it might have been a bit rushed, a bit quick of an episode, but it's like I said, there's a lot on the plate at the minute. I'm trying to keep as much videos as I come in. I hope you guys are enjoying them. If you're not, just feel free to message, just say, maybe try this in your video, maybe do this, do that. Or if you're just in complete enjoyment, make sure you're hitting the likes all the time, smashing the subscriber button. And for all you people that are disliking, I'm seeing them dislikes come for you lot, cheeky buggers, whoever's disliking. I will find you and I will fight you. I'm JK, I'm like weak as hell. Please don't fight me. But no, boys and girls, I'm going to wrap up this video here. Hope you've all enjoyed the video as per usual. And if you even have enjoyed it that much and you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button down below. We are building a family around here. Make sure to stick around and check out next Saturday or Sunday morning. There will be a live reaction to the Harrogate game, which will be on the iFollow. I'll be on here with it. I'll have my live reaction to goals, assists, messy plays, red cards, the whole lot. Make sure you stick around. My name's been Diversity, and I know you guys like me doing this. I've seen these comments down here, so we'll do it together. 3, 2, 1. Peace.